I swear I'm going to get better at this. Why don't you make as many videos as you say you're going to, Anna? Why don't you do it every week? Simple answer, I just don't have the motivation to do it. Not that I'm saying I'm just like some lazy person. I just have a really bad habit of saying I'm gonna do something and then not being able to follow through on it. It's been a very consistent theme in my life. What are some examples of this, you might ask? Here you are. I was born 6 days late. I literally had no motivation to be born. That's not saying something stupid about my life. I don't know what is. When I was interviewing for kindergartens, as for some reason you do in Chicago, Illinois, I don't even understand why 5-year-olds need to be judged on their mental abilities when we can barely, string sentences together. But I had to go into this interview, and from what my parents tell me, they asked me to count to 10, and I just flat out refused to do it. Not because I couldn't count to 10, because I could, but just because I didn't feel like doing it. Here's one that's very generic, but very true. I will procrastinate on every single assignment I've ever been assigned for school. It doesn't matter if it's an assignment that I'm really looking forward to doing or something I absolutely hate. I just wait until the last second to do it. I did it all through high school. I would use my lunch period to scribble down as much as I could, or like doing it on the train, doing it whenever. It's a real problem. When I have to wake up for something, I have to set my alarm an hour earlier than when I actually have to wake up, just so I can get the strength and motivation to actually wake myself up and get out of bed. And then my favorite one, I am 100%, no, 1,000% more likely to just zone out and not do any work for a class that I have zero interest in, like calculus or US history, because I just don't care about them, and so I just have no motivation at all to do anything with them. The only way I'm able to convince myself to do homework is if I have Netflix on in the background. It literally takes me 4 to 5 hours to do one tiny part of my homework, simply because I have to zone out every few minutes just so I can pay attention to the show I'm watching, because otherwise I will literally just never get the work done. But here's the upside. With things I'm passionate about, I take all of that energy that I saved from doing all the things that I just didn't have time to do, and I put really strong efforts into making them right, which also is why I don't make a lot of videos. Because I can't tell you how many times I've turned on my camera and I was like, I'm gonna make a video today and it's gonna be great, and I was trying to go through everything and I hated it, and then I didn't have enough time to make it the perfect thing that I wanted it to be, and I wanted to put all of this really immense effort into it, and I just didn't have the time to make that happen. So, what was the point of all of this? I'll tell you what. From now on, I am going to try and this is going to sound so backwards. I'm going to try and care less about if things are perfect. Because if I want to make something perfect, that's not going to happen. Nothing is perfect. So I should just be trying to do something that I like and enjoy, instead of trying to obsess and make it so that everyone likes it and I'm not going to be judged. Because that is when you are judged the most. And on top of that, I realized I have spent so much of this year just sitting in my room thinking that I have nothing to do and not having any motivation to do anything. So I need to just do something. And what I want to do is the internet. That sounded wrong. What I want, let's try this again. What I want to do is make videos and makes myself happy and do something good with my life. And I know I've said this before, but this time it's different. Because for once in my friggin' life, I have motivation. Boom. I am sorry if this video just seemed like super weird and like the complainings of a completely lazy girl, because honestly, they kind of were. And I'm sure that I will have time to talk about this all in the future, because this is a fresh start YouTube, and this is my new beginning, and I'm waving my hands like I'm crazy because that's what I do when I'm very expressive about something. I'm expressive. I'm actually not this weird, I swear to God, whenever I turn on a freaking camera, I act like a completely different person. I'm completely insane. Anyway, if you liked this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will be sure to upload a new video eventually. It's gonna happen this time. I'm gonna work on it. I've got these Fridays. I've got nothing better to do with them, so might as well share my joy with the rest of the world. Also be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know if you like this kind of me just talking at you and just saying things about my life that just kind of tend to happen. Because they do. None of us are perfect humans, so instead of hiding our flaws and being ashamed of them, we might as well just celebrate them. I'm also going to leave links to some of my social media accounts so you can check out what I do when I'm not staring at my ceiling. Alright, well, it's back to my realm of absolutely doing nothing. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye! I'm really, really lazy now that I think about it. Is there something wrong with me?